here on her. Got my phone. I'm going to use it. And I might. So this is number. This is my calendar. I just wrote it too and I forgot what it was. So it's number 233 YouTube Live yoga routine. So today, what I want to do is just give a quick recap in regards to focus. So this will be the second recap. So in the beginning, you can watch the videos, maybe it's the 11th day, I explained ways of understanding and methods that might help someone stay focused. Then I ventured out and explained how to possibly find the focuser. And I explained that is there a lowercase y-u that is focusing? In other words, is it you? Is it you focusing? And that's all. Or is there a capital Y, you, watching the lowercase y-u focus? So is there a you, lowercase y-u, or a capital Y-U? Or is there a what? A thing that is focusing? Or is it your thoughts focusing? In other words, is it your thoughts that are allowing you to focus? And there's no you, there's no what, there's no substance, there's nothing that is one that is watching you focus. There's no entity. And I explained, is there anything outside the brain, outside your thoughts when they pop, 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 that exists? I was going to explain consciousness, but I wanted to just explain, does consciousness even exist? We have this feeling that it does, but does it? These are just questions, just questions. So today, what I want to do is just explain an unraveling of who you think you are meditation. Now, this meditation takes some time to do. So we're not going to do it. Today, we're just going to focus on our breathing during the yoga routine, like we always do. But I want to explain this meditation. And this meditation is where you begin at the age you are. So say you're 50 years old. And as you inhale during this meditation, so you're in a sitting meditation, or maybe you're flat on your back and you're in the corpse. Maybe you're in a chair, maybe you're on the couch. Doesn't matter. Don't make it difficult. Just do the meditation. Get comfortable. So you're inhaling and you think of a thought that happened when you were 50. So you are 50, say. It could be a thought that happened that day, yesterday, a week ago, whenever. Think of a thought that happened when you were 50. When you exhale that thought out. You let it vanish and disappear. And then you're 49. And you think of a thought as you inhale that happened when you were 49. And then when you exhale that thought out and you let it vanish and disappear. And then you're 48. And you think of a thought that happened when you were 48 as you inhale. And then when you exhale that thought out. You let it vanish and disappear. And you continue this each year, 47, 46, 45, all the way down. And then what happens when you get around 6, 5 years old, it's a process, it's an experience. You need to do it every year. You don't think of a thought. You can't think of a thought that might have happened when you were that age. But if you continue to do this practice every day or almost every day, and you keep it consistent, you will start to think of thoughts that you haven't thought of. And maybe it's thoughts you don't want to think of. That's fine too. But when you get 5, think of a thought when you were 5, whatever it may be. Maybe it's a thought you have to ask your mom, hey, did this happen? Or, hey, do you remember going to here? And she's like, yeah. And then you're like, oh, that's a thought. You write it down so you can remember. Sometimes there's thoughts in your 30s or 20s you might not remember during that age. And when you exhale that thought out, you let it vanish and disappear. But when you don't have a thought, you just accept that you don't have a thought, you move on to the next age. It's a process. It's a process. And then you think of a thought when you were 3, whatever it may be. Maybe you see a picture of, hey, I remember that picture. How old was I, mom or dad or cousin, whatever, brother, sister? Oh, you were 3. Like, hey, that's me. And then you remember that. If you can't think of a thought, you got a picture when you're 2. You inhale, think of that picture. You exhale, let that thought, still a thought, vanish and disappear. And then you have to use imagination, but you get to when you were born. Some people have videos of when they were born. I don't have those. I don't think that was a thing during my birth time. And then when you were in the womb, and then boom, you're no more. You stay that experience. And then you start bringing yourself out of it. And then you go to the womb, birth. These are thoughts. 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 year old, 4 years old, 5, 6, 7, all the way back up to 50. A thought for each year as you inhale and exhale that thought out. And you move up. And you move up. So you're 49. And you think of a thought as you inhale, and when you exhale that thought out, and you let it vanish and disappear. And then you're 50. And you think of a thought that happened when you were 50. It could be the same thought that you had in the beginning. And then you exhale, and you let it vanish and disappear. And then you stay in that presence. And then you experience that capital E experience. And that's an unraveling meditation of who you think you are. And it's your experience. So whatever you come away from, whatever you take away from it is what you take away from it. So today, I'm just going to do the basic routine that we always do. So we'll begin the mountain pose. We're going to do 6 sun salutations today. And we'll end in mountain pose. And the entire time, you focus 100% on the breathing. I shared methods and ways of understanding that may help you stay focused. They work, they work. They don't, they don't. It's fine. It's part of the yoga routine. Some days it doesn't work at all. Some days you struggle. I know you think, hey, isn't that supposed to be yoga? That is yoga. It mimics life. Some days in life you're like, oh man, you're barely getting through the day. Same way. But you're accepting it. And you're still on the mat every day. Every day at 5:30. 233 days in a row. So let's go ahead and begin. So your mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Then each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. You find that spot where the skeleton just stands, as if you were just your skeleton and nothing else. So you're gaining the mindset of oneness. So just like a mountain is one, you are also one. So the mountain is one with the earth, so are you. So become one with the earth and just focus on the breathing. think of nothing else but of the breathing. And remember, you're already breathing, so you're not going to control it. You're just going to watch it. And your mind may wander. You may start to think about other things. And when you realize, hey, I'm not watching myself breathe, don't judge it. Just bring your focus back to your breathing. Then when you realize, hey, I'm controlling my breathing, and you realize you're controlling your breathing, just let go and then just watch yourself breathe. And bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale, it's the first stretch, so go nice and easy. Inhale. And then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back, palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, foreheads going to the knees. Get all the air out. Once all the air leaves, you release the breathing. And then you just breathe, watching yourself breathe. Now in this pose, the standing forward bend, you are pulling yourself in and down, but you're going to the spot right before you feel like you shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle, accept where it is. Don't judge it. Don't try to be somewhere. And just focus on the breathing, letting yourself breathe. So in this pose, when you inhale, the belly swells with air, and it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, the belly goes in. So you go back into the pose. It's a subtle, subtle movement. You're aware of that movement because you're focused 100% on the breathing. Focusing on the breathing heightens your awareness and lets you know what's happening in the body. So you're feeling what's being stretched. Maybe the hamstrings, lower back. Maybe you have tightness in your shoulders or your elbow, even your foot. You're aware of those things, but you're not focused on them. And then left leg is back into a low lunge. So with the back foot, top of the foot's to the floor. Knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arching, and you're inhaling. Inhaling as much as you can. Focusing on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. So you were to inhale. I didn't explain, I should have. So you inhale in this pose, and then when you inhale as much as you can, then you release the breathing, and then you just watch yourself breathe. And you're not going to judge the pose. Once you're settled, you accept. You don't think, hey, I'm not doing this pose as good as I should. Or you don't think, hey, I'm doing this pose perfectly. Nope, all judgment. Let go of judgment. And let the mind and body connect as one, and that is yoga. Now, curl the toes under the back, knee goes up, high lunge, just for a second or so. We use it as a transition pose here. Then downward dog. Pushing into it. Now arms are straight, legs are straight. You're exhaling slowly. Then when all the air leaves, you release the breathing. And then just watch yourself breathe. Do not control the breathing. Focus 100% on the breathing. Now you are pushing yourself into this pose. Tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor, head is dangling, no tension in the neck. But you're going to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle, accept, and just focus on the breathing. Then you slide into the upper dog. You drop down to the knees in the chest. You slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms are to the floor. So with the upper dog, just the tops of the feet touch the floor and the palms. Nothing else. And of course, you can modify it. So to modify it, you're down the small cobra. So you're on your belly, palms are to the floor, but you're not using them. You're not pushing up, you're pulling up. You're using the back muscles to pull up. Or do the upper dog and bring the legs down. You can do that. That's where you are. As long as the mind and body's connecting, then just focus on the breathing. And then back to downward dog. Pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. You are pushing into the pose. But you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like, hey, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle, accept, and just focus on the breathing. Bring the left foot up between the hands into a low lunge. The low lunge, the back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back is arching, head is up. And just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Again, that heightens your awareness. The focus heightens your awareness. It lets you know what's happening in the body. Lets you become aware. So maybe you feel tightness in the quad, right quad. Maybe you feel it in the hamstring. Maybe you feel it in the calf. Maybe you have an injury somewhere. You're aware of it. You're adjusting, but you are not those injuries. That is what you're doing. That's what you're learning. Focusing on the breathing and not becoming the things you are aware of. Then curl the toes on the back, knee goes up, high lunge just for a second or so, and then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Exhale all the air out. Then release the breathing and just watch yourself breathe. Focus on the breathing. Then palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. And turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale, hinge forward, standing forward bend again. Pull yourself in and down. When you pull yourself in and down, you settle. Once you settle, you accept. And then you just focus on the breathing. Now, you are pulling yourself in and down, but once you're settled, it's almost like you're not pulling yourself in and down because you're static. You're becoming one with the pose. You're accepting where you are. So even if you're up higher, you accept it. Let go of judgment. Even if you think, man, I'm doing this perfectly. Nope, that's not what we're doing. That's awesome. But let go of that. That's judgment too. It all comes from the same place. So let go of judgment of any sort. Let the mind and body become one. The left leg is back into a low lunge. Opening up, inhaling. You inhale as much as you can. And then go ahead and release the breathing. And then just watch yourself breathe. Focus on the breathing. You're letting yourself breathe. You're not controlling it. Remember, you're already breathing, so just watch it. High lunge, just for a second or so. Then downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really push into it now. If you feel like, man, I can't push into it, then don't. Listen to yourself. We're just doing yoga together. I'm not your guru, not your leader. Listen to yourself. Learn to listen to yourself. you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor, palms to the floor, or modify it how you have to. You're inhaling as much as you can, and then you go ahead and release, and then just watch yourself breathe. Then back to downward dog. Exhaling, get all the air out, all the air leaves. Once all the air is gone, you release the breathing, and then you just watch yourself breathe. You bring the left foot up between the hands, low lunge. Remember, low lunge, you're opening up, inhaling. Inhale as much as you can, and then go ahead and release the breathing, and then just watch yourself breathe. You're feeling opened in this pose. And curl the toes under, high lunge just for a second or so, and then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down, exhale. Get all the air out. And once all the air leaves, you release the breathing, and then you just watch yourself breathe. Again, you're not controlling it, you're just watching it. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And you're going to go to mountain pose. Now we have 4 more sun salutations. And what you're going to do, watch yourself breathe. So we're going to do the same thing we just did, but we're going to move faster. So remember, you're inhaling as much as you can slowly when you're opening up. And then in the sun salutations, it's just designed this way. The next pose will be the closing pose, and you exhale as much as you can. Get all the air out. Once all the air leaves, you release the breathing, and then just watch yourself breathe. You focus 100% on the breathing. That's your focus point. That is what allows the sun salutations to become the form of a moving meditation. So 100% focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else. And let yourself breathe. Don't control it. So, mountain pose. Becoming stable. Just like a mountain. Find that stability. Just focus on the breathing. Don't control it. Think of only the breathing. Bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly. Exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward. Pull yourself in and down, standing forward bend. Get all the air out. Once all the air leaves, just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Left leg is back, low lunge, inhale slowly as much as you can. And then go ahead and release the breathing. And then just watch yourself breathe. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And downward dog. Exhale, get all the air out, pushing into the poses, opening up in the poses. Then go ahead and release the breathing. And just watch yourself breathe. You can slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up. Inhale as much as you can. Modify the poses how you have to. Just let the mind and body connect. Don't judge your poses. And just watch yourself breathe. Then back to downward dog. Pushing into it, get all the air out. Once all the air leaves, you release the breathing and then just watch yourself breathe. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Do not control it. Just watch it. And then left foot is up between the hands. Inhaling. Inhale as much as you can. Then go ahead and release the breathing. Then just watch yourself breathe. Then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Get all the air out. Once all the air leaves, release the breathing and watch yourself breathe. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, inch forward. Get all the air out. Once all the air leaves, release the breathing and just watch yourself breathe. Left leg is back, little lunge. Inhaling. Inhale as much as you can. And release. And just watch yourself breathe. And then downward dog, exhale, get all the air out. Once all the air leaves, release. And just watch yourself breathe. Then upward dog, inhale. And then release the breathing. And then just watch yourself breathe. Downward dog, exhale. Get all the air out. Then release. And then just watch yourself breathe. And left foot is up between the hands. Low lunge, opening up. Inhale. And release the breathing. And watch yourself breathe. And standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, get all the air out. Then release the breathing and watch yourself breathe. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And we're just going to follow the breathing in the poses. Inhale, just listen to the breathing. Exhale, get all the air out, standing forward bend. Left leg is back, inhale, opening up. Inhale as much as you can. Downward dog, exhale, exhale all the air out. Focus on the breathing, think of nothing else but on the breathing. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot is up, inhale. Low lunge, inhale. Standing forward bend, exhale. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. Last one, inhale, focus only on the breathing. Exhale, standing forward bend, get all the air out. Left leg is back, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Exhale, all the air out. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot is up, inhale. Exhale, standing forward bend, get all the air out. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then exhale, turn the palms out. Push the air down and out. Then to mountain pose. Remember, in mountain pose, you find that stability where the skeleton just stands, and then just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Do not control it. Just watch it. And we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. Bring palms together. Namaste. And that's it. That's 233 YouTube Live yoga routine. So today I was kind of calm than normal, than usual. I mean, that's what yoga does. Makes you aware of, hey, I feel different than I did yesterday during the yoga routine. And it's interesting because that's how life works too. The yoga mat, when you're on the yoga mat, it mimics life. Some days are different than others. Some routines are different than others. What you feel is different every day, just like what you feel on the yoga mat is different. And it's important to see your yoga routine like your days. Because some days on the yoga mat, you're not connecting at all. Your mind is racing. And some days it's not. And that's how it happens in your everyday life. Things happen, you modify it. Sometimes you fight when you shouldn't be fighting. You're fighting against something that you want when you shouldn't. And then sometimes you let go too much because there's a time to fight too. Fight in the sense of doing what you think you should be doing. So anyways, I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.